So talking to you now or last couple of weeks or whatever, you back in like you fully invested into the music to where that's what you really want to do right now,
I've
or
been
you
kind of
just you
last
know.
year. Last year, I started going to this place in Statesboro, and the guy's name's Ben Powell.
Mm-hmm.
Just an astounding producer.
Yeah.
He's so good at his craft. He's a great engineer. And once I started going there, the first time, uh, it rekindled something with the music. I've always wrote, but as far as like trying to actually develop and push myself into something that an audience would cater to,
Yeah.
things that people can relate to, I started writing in a whole new fashion when that took place. And I seen how good he was and how serious he was and how well he could create a sound for me. And I don't care for the auto-tune or anything, and neither does he. So it works out pretty well that we both get along in that regard. He always pushes me, to be a little better than the time I was before. And kind of like the way you influence people more subtly.
Yeah.
But I really took things seriously last year. Last year, everything that I'm doing right now is a calculated plan.
Yeah.
I was going to find somebody. I just didn't know it was going to be you.
Yeah.
I always knew that I was going to express myself somehow, but being out in public has never been a thing for me. I've always just wrote the music for me as it's my little journal, my therapy, my escape. I do it every day. I might only write 8 or 16 lines, and I might never do anything with them. And then again, those 8 or 16 lines that I wrote 2 years ago might be the inspiration for an entire song I write tomorrow. But if I don't write it down, I'll never know. So I have a habit of writing almost everything, even if it's a simple thought, just 1 or 2 lines. I make it a habit to write down my thoughts so that they don't escape me.
Yeah. Because you throw a lot of styles in one song. I know you don't just go one way the whole time. You throw different styles within one song. So what's your writing process like? Are you coming out the dome? Are you writing it down? Are you punching in? Because I think that's what all the young kids and stuff like that, they all punching in now.
Most everybody punches in these days.
Which I honestly really don't like it because they have a hard time performing it.
That was one thing that stood out to Ben whenever I went to his studio session first time. He's like, bro, it's like this whole one take shit, you're gonna have to stop, bro. Like you're gonna have to punch in a little bit or something.
Yeah,
and we found a way to work where I could one take everything. I just had to manage my breath a little bit better because his microphone was real sensitive. But I like the one take method. I feel like I've tried punching in, but I lose the energy.
Yeah.
That feeling. I can't deliver the lines the way that I feel them inside whenever I do the punch in thing.
Yeah.
That one take method, that's just the way to go for me. And my writing style is more along the lines of me just writing. And almost anything I write now, I can make it go to any beat. I can add a syllable or take a syllable away, and I can make it fit any beat. My favorite process of writing is when I randomly hear a beat that it makes me stop everything I'm doing. And I feel something, and I start writing. And the next couple songs that you already got in a stash, they are more along the lines of what really lies at my heart, my true style, what I really would prefer to do anytime I create music. It's more relatable to me.
Yeah.
And as we discussed before, like we need to just keep throwing them jabs right now, but the real me is probably that soft 10-year-old kid still staring out his window saying that it's all a dream.
Yeah.
I'm still just a sensitive person, and rap made me tough in a way that I could never be, and I still carry that now. But that's my favorite writing process, is just to get hit with a beat, a sound that I just can't escape. I can't stop thinking about. And I tap into something, and my thoughts they're more fluid. They flow better. I don't know what it is. It's hard to describe, but it's a feeling you get, and everybody that's felt that feeling knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So, like I said, man, congratulations on, your success on the show. You came in the show, you blew it up.
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I I try to teach everybody. I try to not go into things with expectations because when you do, you
You
can
get
be
let down.
disappointed. Yeah. So that's why even before I put it out, and I told you, hey, look, we're gonna put it out no matter what nobody say. We just gonna ride the wave. Whether people got good stuff to say or bad stuff to say, we gonna put it out because I feel like it was dope, but
I,
I'm only one like.
I
You
understand
get
that,
what
and
I'm
I
saying?
appreciate that.
So, but hey, I'm still getting comments about it now.
Hey,
So it's still rolling, it's still growing. So good job, man.
I accomplished what I wanted.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I initiated a response, and I got people. I feel like I've got people where they got a little bit of pressure behind them, and it's going to motivate really really good songs for this summer. This year's going to be a hot year for you, bro.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people coming out the woodworks. It's going to
I hope
be
so.
it's going to be a great year. I can feel it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you some different questions. So how you feel about, you can ask me however you want to. How you feel about the way like music is today? All right.
I
What
don't like that choppy flow.
You don't like the choppy flow?
That
What you mean, like the Migos flow or the?
well, I say choppy flow, but it's not really a flow to me.
Yeah.
I don't like that delivery where they just, hit them with the bricks in the stash. Yeah, I'm gonna get it out of the bag. There's just that stop and go.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. I get what you mean.
I see a lot of people flocking to it, but it's like that's the same thing as punching in for me. It's an interruption of the energy. And I realize like I'm too far into that spectrum of energy because I'm almost to the point where I don't even give myself enough breath
Yeah.
to do what I do. But that's always kind of been my competitive nature. I want to create something that you cannot reproduce. I want to be able to do something that you cannot do. And I want it to be a part of me at the same time. And that's the difficulty in it, making it relatable to myself. But I want to make something that you can't copy.
Yeah.
That's my goal. When you're sitting there trying to recite it, like I want you to have a hard time with it.
Is there anything you listen to? Like, who are you listening to right now, though?
I'm really, really listening to the Killer Mike album. Michael, dope. And honestly, I am listening to it only because I heard that it, won.
You got the Grammy?
The Grammy. I've been listening to a lot of other stuff, so I hadn't really been up on music as far as being able to listen to everybody I want to listen to. Is so difficult.
Yeah.
There's so much music out there, and every weekend when I got time and I'm not building or figuring up plans or materials for a house, like I try to listen to everything new that comes out, regardless of what it is. I'm very open to music, Christian, rap, rock, country, anything. But it's so impossible to keep up with it all. But that album that he made, Michael, that is just so epic. And I think I was just happy to hear an Andre 3000 verse.
Yeah.
Well, Scientists and Engineers, if you haven't listened to that song, Scientists and Engineers, you need to go listen to it. Andre's verse is up first, and you better pull up the lyrics and read them because it'll melt your brain, man. It's impossible to follow by ear. You need the lyrics in front of you. It's just an amazing compilation of music. The song "Motherless," where he talks about his mama being gone and his grandma being gone and how it affects him. It's a beautiful album about life and about who he is in general. I really like NF. He's a Christian rapper. He just goes so hard without ever cussing. He put out an album last year or the end of the year before called Hope. That's an analogy for Hold On, Pain Ends.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing album. Truly amazing.
I do need to listen to that Killer Mike.
Bro, the whole album from start to finish, just even if he didn't say no words, just the music, whoever made those. And the way it transitions from one song to another, it's a hot album. It really is. It's so inspirational. You could get a lot from it. You really could. I know you could. But that's really what I've been stuck on here lately is the Killer Mike album.
Yeah. So you don't listen to none of the drill stuff,
I mean, I listen to a lot of different things.
Now, one thing I know you got to hear some of it because I can hear like in your music, you may do like a metaphoric drill punchline. You're not really talking about like a drill, like a drilling, but you metaphorically use it to say something else.
If I do that, I'm probably not aware of it, even though that
Yeah.
probably legitimately is the source of it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just not aware of it. My delivery is all based on like the way I feel.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I don't feel it's dope and
Yeah.
goes together, like I just don't do it. But in my process, I really just go on how I feel, and I don't focus on like where are you getting this from, Spaz?
Yeah.
You know, who inspired you to do this way? I'm not thinking so much about that in that moment, but like my goddaughters listen to all kinds of stuff. Like I listen to I Spice and all kinds of different things just to keep up with what's going on. And some of it does sound okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not against all new music by no means. I'm not like
I say never. Now I can't tell people what to do, but I say never knock it. Like I don't like all of it. I don't like, some of it I do like, some of it I don't, but I don't knock none of it because, it's still better them doing that than them
Yeah.
breaking in your house and actually doing. Because a lot of them I talk to, they kids and they don't even understand what they talking about.
no.
They're
just
they're
doing
nice.
things
But
that
then there's some of
imitate.
them come in here that's kids that's really like that.
Yeah.
Like
They really about that life.
that's what I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Trust me, because some of them is just nice kids. They got a
Yeah.
smile. They yes sir and all that other stuff. And then you got some of them come in here and I can see they got a gun on them.
Yeah, and it's
I can tell. So I would prefer them coming in here to do that versus coming and waiting on me outside. To get in my
it's
car.
like, you
which-
got the nicest car in the parking lot as soon as you leave today, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't want people thinking about you
So
like
I
that.
prefer. That's why I don't knock the drill stuff because a lot of it is just an outlet, and a lot of them come in here and they tell me they just want to do something different.
Yeah.
They don't want to be in the street, so their way of getting out is doing this.
Yeah.
So I'll never be like, look, you need to stop talking about all the killing and this and this and that.
Yeah.
Nah, talk about whatever you feel like talking about. As long as you're not out here actually doing it. What some people say, if you ain't doing it, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of
If you're seeing it,
yeah.
you have a right to talk
We're
about
all
it.
seeing it.
Like, just because you ain't caught a body doesn't mean that you can't rap about it. Like,
Yeah.
if you legitimately like lost one of your homies, you running down the street, and one
Yeah.
of your homies get killed,
Yeah.
and you're a survivor. You got to live through that.
Yeah.
You got to relive that every night, going to bed knowing there ain't nothing you could do just to watch this person bleed out in front of you. Like, you can't help but express that somehow. And maybe your manner of expressing it is to imagine you retaliating against the person that did this to you. So you acting hard, but there's nothing fake about that.
Yeah.
But
Well, this how I look at it, right? We're not telling, Arnold Schwarzenegger, don't do movies about killing because you ain't never seen nobody get killed, right?
exactly.
So how we can't tell them don't make songs about killing because they never seen somebody get killed.
Exactly.
Because they're not actually doing it. They're putting on a show. They're entertaining people.
Exactly.
And that's people that are entertained by it.
It's self-expression
So,
and it's entertainment.
I've had people come on that I thought was dope and nobody messed with it. And I had people that come on and I was like, I don't know about this. I ain't no way people gonna like this. And it went up. So I do not judge none of it. When people call me, be like, why you put that out? Look, I ain't here to judge. I'm just here to give them an outlet to do something other than what they was already doing.
I really thought that's what's going to happen with the song I dropped.
Well, I knew yours was gonna be good. I knew you was gonna hit them with the shock value just because it was good, right? And then, but you never know what people are actually thinking when they actually see something. Cause I put out some videos that I know was good. Everybody know it's good. Everybody say it's good, but it's just like, I don't know if it's the Facebook algorithm or, if people don't like certain people so they don't react to it the same. But, I think you give out the same energy, like a likable energy, so people see it and they're not hating on it. They just see the good energy. They see the music. They see you actually went into it seriously. Seriously, I can't even get the word out. Seriously. And so they mess with it. So they was like, dang, he really, like you said, you seen the comments like white boy and whatever, which none of that really matters. but they listen to it. Some people don't listen to it multiple times. I've listened to it multiple times, so it was good energy. And a lot of people are like this is what we're missing. Like people don't only the drill stuff is cool. We don't only want to hear that.
Yeah.
It got to be a mixture of everything.
That's what's so great about your platform, though.
Yeah.
Bro. You're so non-judgmental.
Yeah.
You liable to hear Christian songs just as hard as you were
I did
hear
one
somebody
Sun-
talk
I put
about
out-
dropping bodies.
I put out a Christian one Sunday.
I listened to it.
I'm gonna put out another one this Sunday.
It's just
And he's coming back to do another one. So, I welcome it. I welcome
the diversity.
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
You need it.
Yeah, why not? So,
Open up.
what one person think is good, like they said, one man's trash is another man's treasure. It's
Open
the
up a
same with
pizza
music.
joint and only sell pepperoni pizzas. And
Yeah.
See how far it gets you.
Yeah,
You need a little diversity.
you got to.
You have to have it.
So we was on the cruise ship, and they serving nothing but pepperoni pizzas and cheese pizzas, and me and my wife looking at them like, what? We don't want that. We need a salt. If they had sausages up here, this thing would be down the block on the cruise ship. But since they didn't, it's kind of like, yeah, like who gonna just sit around and eat a pepperoni